Building the confidence to talk to a beautiful woman, let's say at a party, a bar, or an event or an outing is something that's been discussed a lot. The problem, though, with a lot of these conversations is that there have been manuals and books, and even YouTube videos that have attempted to address this matter. The problem with most of them is just the fact that they make it seem so complicated. If you asked me, approaching a woman, this shouldn't be a game of chess. It's not as complicated as some people make it seem. And in actual fact, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 10 ways to easily approaching a beautiful woman that you are attracted to or would like to make an acquaintance with. Let's call this the ultimate icebreaker. So let's jump right in 10 ways to approach a woman, especially if you're interested or want to make her acquaintance. Number 1, be chill. Stay tuned. I know approaching a stranger isn't the most chilling thing to do, because of course, you're most likely going to be interrupting them, interrupting their flow, interrupting their conversation with somebody else, or just interrupting their thoughts. I get that, but you see, put yourself in their shoes. Or think back to a time where someone approached you for one thing or another. What you expected of them is for them to be cool, calm, and collected. No need to be nervous or on edge or jittery. Now, once you start to exhibit those kinds of signs, it raises a bit of doubt in the person you're approaching. It makes them feel a little uncomfortable with you, and you may not get the desired result that you're actually looking for. So if you want to approach a woman successfully, please, by all means, be cool, be calm, be collected. And remember, if you are interested in approaching a woman when she's in public, then you might want to start to pretend to yourself that she's an old friend that you're meeting, and that will help calm your nerves a little bit. Number 2, ditch the pickup lines. Now, it's totally understandable that you would feel nervous when you are approaching someone right for the first time. So when you don't know a total stranger, however, please resist the urge to give the cheesy, eye-rolling, downright ridiculous pickup lines that guys usually do. Go straight to the point, get to know her organically. Keep the flattery in your back pocket. Nobody needs that. And just approach her with all honesty and originality. And if she's going to like you, she absolutely will. But by all means, please stay away from the pickup lines, as that's not going to get you very far. Number 3. So number 3 is to read the room. Now by that I mean actually pay attention to what's going on around this person of interest. Now, if she's someone who is busily chatting away on her phone, is chatting with someone else, probably has a laptop in front of her and is doing some work, you may not want to approach her at that very moment. You see, the key to flirtation is timing. And if you get the timing wrong, you could completely blow things out of the water. And at the end of the day, you will be the only one on the losing end. And so read the room, what's going on, what's happening around her. Does she have a welcoming face? Or does she have that stern, resting face that says, "Don't approach me"? It's very important that you pay attention to what's going on in her immediate surroundings to be able to really time yourself appropriately and increase your chances in having a meaningful conversation with a stranger that you absolutely want to know. So read the room. Number 4. Number 4 is to check her body language for positive, inviting cues. Listen, guys, do not ignore it if a woman looks like she's unapproachable. I know there are people who have generally very unapproachable looks. If she's smiling to someone else in the room, is she treating? If she's smiling at the waiter who's serving her, for instance. So these are all cues that you absolutely must know before you approach and when you actually do invade her space and time to try to engage her. The kind of body language that she exudes also matters and should be a big cue for you. There are some guys who don't know when to stop. You approach a woman, she's not forthcoming, and yet you keep pushing. That can be annoying, and she might just call security on you. You don't want to be that guy. Now check your own body language. It's important that you get your own body language right. In some cases, I've heard people say, "Hey, you know what? When you want to approach a woman, approach her more from her side, as opposed to head-on, because head-on could be quite intimidating, depending on the kind of person you are, how you look, how tall you are, that kind of thing. So you wanted sort of catch her by surprise from the side. But do not also startle her, because if she turns around and looks into a face that she can't recognize, she might end up screaming, and you don't want that. So gently approach from an angled position as opposed to from head-on, as that might paint a picture of you being a less imposing figure. It's important to be confident and not cocky when you approach her. And this lies in not just what you say, but more in how you act as well, how you behave when you do have her attention. So first of all, be sure to make eye contact when you are talking to her. Keep your eyes focused on her and not in an intimidating way, but more like a friendly, inviting way that makes her feel comfortable. Smile with your eyes. Number 6 is to keep your stakes low. And by this I mean cut your coat according to your size. Now there are some women that they're way out of your league. You may not have the flair to kind of engage them in any meaningful conversation. And really, you should know exactly what you're bringing to the table. Monkeys play by sizes. And trust me, there are other women out there who you could approach and level with. So keep the stakes low, size her up, find out if she's the kind of girl that you think you're confident enough to approach, and go for it. Number 7, don't ask for her number. At least not right away. Now doing something like that straight away tells the woman that, well, you're leaving the ball in their court as to whether they want to make something of your meeting and/or probably see you again. So guys, first rule in the book is to make sure that you do not ask for her number, but give her yours instead. Number 8 is to pay attention to negative non-verbal cues. There's certain things that she may not say, like stay away or anything, but she might do. If you're trying to engage her and she's always on her phone, barely looking up to hear you answer your questions and that kind of thing, take a cue. Not every woman is straightforward enough to tell you, hey, I don't want your attention. Get out of here, right? Some women will just sort of bear with you and bear with the situation till they go. Don't forget, a lot of women tend to have a lot of men hit on them at any particular point in time. And so the first thing that happens when men approach is for a defense wall to spring up. And so you need to really be paying attention to those nonverbal cues and negative body language that will straight away tell you that, hey, move on to something else. Number 9, be comfortable with rejection. Now I've seen a man approach a woman and she was literally shouting at him to get the hell away from her. Guys, do not fear rejection. If you fear rejection, you will never have the opportunity to actually experience life for what it is. Rejection is a normal part of life. But do not fear rejection. It's okay to be rejected. Now it's important to enter every situation with high involvement, but low attachment. What does that mean? It means that you are engaged and ready to connect and optimistic about the opportunity, but you have little attachment to the results, such that if it goes the other way, as in a way that you do not appreciate or did not anticipate, you won't be too disappointed and can still move on. And finally, respect her time. So you've approached her, she's laughing all night. She seems to love your company and everything. I think because you made her night. Whatever that may mean, you should always leave her wanting more, okay? Now, she obviously didn't come out expecting to meet you. But some way, somehow, your paths crossed, which is fantastic. But I would say leave her wanting more. So it was great. You spent, say, 2,030 minutes chatting with her, getting to know her. She was receptive and everything, but attempt to leave and even allow her to say, oh, don't go, I'm totally enjoying your company. Or just say, well, I know I was just here. I really liked what I saw, and I thought we could be friends. Reason I came over. I will not take too much of your time tonight, but if you'd like to connect, here's my number, call me, and then vanish. She will wonder who you were, because not a lot of guys do that. In fact, they usually don't even know when to stop. So if you can master that technique, dude, you're halfway there. So give her time, respect her time, and leave before the game gets cold. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications. And don't forget to share this video as well with your friends. My name is Clayman. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.